Okay, hello. And then now we're going to use Arduino to control the motor. And I have prepared two types of motor. And this one is using the 5 volt. The motor using the 5 volt to run this. And the other one is using and also is the brushed motor, but it is using the 12 volt. As you know, Arduino is only using 5 volt to supply the electricity. So I now introduce the transistor we call TIP120 TIP120 to how to control these two type of motor, because the circuit is a little bit different. So we need to, besides we prepare the transistor, we need to prepare one resistor. I now using 1K here, 1K resistor. Very hard to fold. 1K resistor, and also there is a diode. You can now I'm using is 1N4001. It is very small diode actually, but this is enough for the motor. And before we show the demonstration, I need to explain a little bit for the transistor. Actually, there is two functions when we do the transistor. When we do with the transistor, the function one is to do as a switch, to do it on and off. And the second one when we need to amplify the current. Okay, no, it's not the voltage. When we amplify the current, because we know that the Arduino digital output or analog output, the current of the signal just only 14 mA, so which is very small, and then the current is not able to switch on the motor, because the motor at least we need to use 1A or 0.5 A to run the motor. So therefore we need to use the transistor to amplify the current. Okay, so now we start to do this the circuit. First of all, we go to insert the transistor on the breadboard like this. Okay, and then so there is 3 legs of the transistor, 3 legs. Okay, the first one here we call emitter, and the second one we call base, the second leg, and the third leg we call collector. So first of all, we insert the breadboard, and then from the emitter. So from the emitter, we go to use the resistor to insert to the Arduino pin 9, and then to insert to the emitter like this. Okay, and then we go to the second leg we call base. For the base, we go to get it, link it out to another leg. Okay, like this. And then we need to use the diode. So remember, when we use the diode, there is a line here, the line on the diode. So when there is a line here, which is there is a polarity, which is the positive polarity, and that when there is low line, it's negative polarity. Okay, So we go to insert to the diode, which is the positive polarity. Will be go to the positive side. Okay, like this. Okay, and then for the emitter, for the last leg we call collector. The collector will be used. Okay, will be connect to the Arduino ground here. Okay, Arduino ground here. Arduino ground like this. Okay, and so because now I'm using the 5-volt motor, we do the demonstration, which is switch on the 5-volt motor. So we need to use. We can use the Arduino. We can use the electricity supply from the Arduino, because here it can supply 5-volt 1A Arduino, 5-volt 1A electricity. Okay, so we go to here. So like this. Okay, and then lastly we can there is two line here and then here. So we go to connect it. Okay, and then now we're going to switch on the Arduino. Okay. Okay, so this is the circuit. If this is the circuit we use to control the motor, which is using the 5-volt. But how about if we use the 12-volt motor? So there is a little bit different for the circuit. So first of all, we get off first, and then we switch off the Arduino first because we need to change the circuit. Okay, so if we use we use the external electricity supply, so we don't need to use the 5-volt here. And then okay. Okay, and then yes, and then this one, the positive polarity will be goes to the external supplier. And for the external supplier, the negative side will be connect to the collector here. Okay. Okay. So how about the motor? The motor, the negative side will be connect to the negative, and the positive side will be go to the positive polarity here. So like this. Okay. And then so now we go to try to supply the 12-volt here. Okay, and then first we switch on the motor. Okay. And then we switch on this one. So you can see the 12-volt motor is okay. Okay, now we're going to the next part, which is doing the Arduino part. First of all, you open the Arduino IDE. So and then open the new file. Open new file, because actually you can use the example which is called fading. But I believe most of you have already forget the programming already, because already 2 weeks. So therefore I start from the very beginning. First of all, we need to set up a new variable we call motor pin, and the motor pin value will be 9, because in Arduino we connect the motor to pin 9, and therefore I set up the variable here, and then the value is 9. And then because this time we're using analog write, so we don't need to clarify the pin mode in the setup function. So we go to the next we go to the loop function, and then we make the looping for loop here. So which is I have teach you in the first lesson. And so we also set up the new variable called motor value in the for loop, and the value start from the 0. And this is the condition when the motor value is below 255, and motor value will be self increment by maybe by 1. And then we go to do the analog write here, and analog write, and then because the syntax of the analog write, the blanket, the parameter inside the blanket should be, first of all, is the pin number and then the value. So here we put the motor pin, and then the value will be motor value. And then we add the delay here. Actually, I think if you want to change the value in a very quick way, we no need to add the delay function here. But you want to get it slower, increment by itself slowly, you can use the delay here. And then this is the function to speed up the motor gradually. And then we need to go back. We need to slow down the speed of the motor gradually as well. So we're going to make another for loop, which is the motor value we set up the new variable using the same name. Actually is motor value, and the value is 255. And then the condition will be when the motor value is larger than 0. And then when the motor value is larger than 0, and then it will be decrement itself by 1. If you want to maybe you want to slow down the motor faster, maybe you can decrement itself by 10 or 5. So the expression will be like this. And then you go to do the analog write again. So pin mode. So this is the function when we using TIP 120 to speed up the motor gradually or to slow down the motor gradually. This is the function already. So we're now going to upload the program to the Arduino. So remember to select the port, which is to select the port here, and then also select the board, the type of the board, because Arduino there is a lot of different types of the board, and we use Uno. Okay, and then you can check, verify it. Before you verify it, it will ask, there is the pop-up box to ask you to save the program, and then you can save first, and then you verify again, and then you upload the program. Okay, so after it show the done uploading, so the process of Arduino parts is finished. Okay, so now we're going back to the electronic part here, and then this is the previous setting for the 12-volt motor, and then now we're going to use how to switch on and off the solenoid here. So actually it's same setting, and then we just insert the solenoid here, and then the positive side will be here. Okay, like this. Okay, and then we go to okay, here is going to ground, and then now we're going to using the external external what's called external electricity supply here. So okay, and then we switch on here. We switch on the Arduino. Okay. Okay, and then I switch on the external. Okay, so it is same setting for the 12-volt motor, but the different point is the solenoid, which is we are using the function of the transistor is as a switch, on and off only. So which is slightly different because we fulfill different purpose for the transistor. So that's all. Okay, now we're going to do the Arduino part for the solenoid. So actually this is the programs for the motor to speed up the motor or slow down the motor gradually. But you know the solenoid is just on and off, so we can use the digital write and to fulfill the solenoid purpose. So actually we just we can keep here the motor, maybe we can change the name of the solenoid pin 9, and then because now we use the digital write, so we need to have a clarify here pin mode, and then solenoid pin, which is output like here, like this. Okay, and then for the loop, you can very directly to do the digital write solenoid high, and then if you want to switch on the solenoid for example 1 second, and then you can delay first, and then we can go to the another solenoid. Sorry, we need to add the pin here because our variable is solenoid pin. And then we go to do the delay 100 as well. Okay, so it is very simple, and then the solenoid, and then the program for the solenoid is finished. And now we're going to upload the program here, and then remember to select the type of the board and then to choose the board here. Okay, and then I'll be upload here. Okay, after the done uploading, so this is finished for the Arduino part.